Hi, you're watching The Appreciationist. My name is Peter Hartman. Thank you very much for joining us here tonight. I want to say hello to our friend in the room, co-host Samantha Barley. How you doing?
Good. Hello.
Co-host and producer here, keeping us company as we're starting the show. Just going to give you guys a quick minute for anybody who's wanting to participate with us. We want to let you guys know. Just go over to theappreciationist.com and click on Live Show. And right there's a link that you can click on to participate live in the show. You can also find that same link on our meetup page. If you go to the event that's posted here for today, in the comment section, there's a link posted there. The reason why the link has to be in those places is because we don't want random people to come onto the show just clicking willy-nilly. So just know that when you click on that link, that is to join the show live on air. If you just want to watch, well, I don't know why I'm telling you this because you're probably watching right now, but just go over to theappreciationist.com. You can click on Live Show, or you can just click on the link that's in the description for the event. But you're probably watching the show right now, not really necessary. Hey, how was your week?
Not bad. How was yours? I haven't seen you in forever.
It feels like forever, hasn't it? Since Christmas, what, the day after Christmas or something like that?
No, even further, yeah. I was joking.
So I'm just going to wait a half a second. I thought a friend was going to join us by now, but maybe I had a late start here today. I had a big spill that I had to clean up, and I couldn't really leave it to anybody else. But there you go. That's what happens sometimes. Okay. Well, today we're going to be talking about New Year's resolutions. I think it's a perfect time to do it. I think maybe the only time to do it. It's our show just before the New Year. It's our last show for 2015, so we're really excited about that. Lots of good things to talk about here today. We're going to be doing a segment, What I Learned This Week, and then we're going to be jumping into a moment of appreciation. Then we go to What a Great Idea, and then we end off with What's for Dinner. And so that's going to be fun. If you've been watching the show, you know what's coming up. So just letting people who want to join the show come on board. There's a little bit of a delay, about a minute of a delay. So they'll be coming on right now. I see somebody else who's trying to join the room. But before we do that, should we start with what I learned?
I'd say so.
Yeah, it's going to be the last time we're doing it. This for the show. I think we're going to be changing the segment to something else. Maybe something about challenges, issuing a challenge every week. But we're going to see how that can work. I'd really like to engage you guys. Get you guys participating with us, posting things on social media, staying up to date, because this show really is a wonderful excuse to focus and to interact with people who are like-minded. Well, look, here we go. First segment is what I learned. So what I learned this week. So I learned that you should always be prepared for success. Okay, opportunities knock, and sometimes you don't have a long time in order to be ready for it. Just recently, yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know why I'm forgetting. Was it yesterday that I went on CJD?
I think so. The day before?
The day before?
Monday night.
Monday. Went on to CJD, Dr. Lori Petito's show, Passions. Our wonderful friend Ariel Sugar, she recommended me. That's what they accepted me, and I went on to the show. And I was nervous. Oh man, if you hear the first few minutes of the show, you can hear that I'm speedily talking because I'm nervous, faster than normal. And I remember my heart was beating. It was cool because I walked there, I was like worried about being congested, and when the adrenaline started pumping, the cortisol in my body, I was completely cleared up, so I didn't have to use any of my techniques. I just had to sit there and focus, and it was a wonderful experience. But I had to be prepared, and honestly, I have been preparing myself for something like that for a long while. You know, I sit in my house and I say, what if this happened? What if that happened? What if I had to go on TV tomorrow? What if I had to go on the radio tomorrow? What would I be ready to do? Would I be capable of doing it right away? And that preparation did help. That mental preparation did help me not freak out, not sweat like crazy when I got there. So what I learned this week, always be prepared for your own success. Whatever it is that you are aiming for, whatever it is you'd like to do, be ready. If the doorbell rings or the phone rings, the knock on the door, be ready for that success. What do you think about that?
Well, that was the same sort of situation that I had with the CBC, the National, when they emailed me and wanted to film my group and all of that. I was like, oh my goodness, but because I had been doing a lot of things, because I had already been building up my self-confidence and I was feeling, you know, better, I was more prepared for a situation like that. Like, oh, okay, so I can say yes Because if I wasn't prepared, and just like you, if you weren't at all prepared emotionally for a situation like that, you probably would have had to say no. Like, you wouldn't have been able to do it. You would have really sucked on air.
I think so too. So that emotional preparation is really important. Just say I'm just monitoring the messages that we're getting. Some people are having difficulty getting on the show. So just go to our meetup page at meetup.com/TLOA-MTL. That's TLOA as in the law of attraction, MTL. That's our regular meetup page. And in the comment section for this event, the Appreciationist episode 84, you'll see a link there. If you click that link, you will be able to jump into the session live on air. Okay, that's a live on air session. So if you're having any trouble, just click that link. Sam,
where are you seeing this, Peter? Just so you can tell me, where are you seeing this?
Where am I seeing?
The messages?
Oh, I saw it on Facebook. So someone just sent me a message on Facebook. Yeah.
Okay.
Did you click the link today, Sam?
Yep.
And it worked for you. Okay.
Well, I clicked the link you sent me.
Yeah, it's the same link that I posted.
Yeah.
It should be there. I'm just going to send it to our friend on Facebook so she can join us. And we'll just let Sam chit-chat while I'm doing that.
Oh, well, I was checking it out too. I think I got one as well. Mary?
Oh, yeah, you did? Okay, great. So
From Mary? She's trying to get on? Is it Mary?
Yeah,
okay.
That's right.
Good.
That's right. So
I will chit-chat. I see Dimitri in the room. Dimitri, I see you in the room, but we cannot hear you. Are you trying to be on the show, or are you just watching? Because you don't actually have to log in that way if you just want to watch. You just go to theappreciationist.com and you can just click play and watch us there. But if you want to actually speak, then that'd be really cool too.
You're welcome to join the room. I mean, there's no problem with just joining the room. But if you'd like to speak and share your experiences, coming up next is our segment, what a good idea, a moment of appreciation, and that's where you get to share a moment of appreciation that you've had in the last week. So I see the messages. Somebody's trying to get in. They're able to watch, but they're not able to get in. So I just sent you the link. If you can click on that, hopefully you'll get right in. Wait a second or two. Really want our friends to be able to come in here, especially for our year-end show. It'd be wonderful. And I'm just realizing I forgot to turn off the heat, so you might see me sweat a bit.
You can go and turn off the heat, Peter.
Honestly, I'm in pajama pants right now.
You can turn off the video for a second.
I want an excuse to say.
Are you even wearing pants? Are you wearing pants?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Oh, finally, my audio wasn't working. I was talking, but no one was listening.
Oh, hi, Dimitri.
We can hear you now.
Hi, guys.
How are you
Hello.
doing?
How are you?
Very well, and yourself?
Pretty good, pretty good.
So we're gonna help. We're gonna help our friends come in here. Again, if you're watching this and you want to get into the show, there's a link that's either on theappreciationist.com. Just click on live show and then click on the link that's in click here, or you can go to our meetup page and in the comment section for this event, episode 84, you'll find the link right there. It's a very long link. I can't even tell you. Okay, I'll tell you. It's hangouts.google.com/GYUVMMW86CG64JEHZIALXX6CQA. So just type that in.
No.
No, I don't think so. But there we go. So I'm gonna have to close this.
Do we know if Val is coming on?
I hope so. Did she RSVP? I'm not sure.
No, she didn't RSVP, so maybe not.
She might not be in town. She might
I'm
not.
going to go check my phone. I don't have my phone with me. Where am I?
Look, we're going to have to start continue with the moment of appreciation here. One more time for our friend Mary. I sent you the link on Facebook. If you can click that link, it should get you in. If it doesn't get you in, just let me know what happens when you click that link. Is there an error message? Does nothing happen at all? Does the screen turn black? Just let me know so I can troubleshoot. It's a little difficult while we're on air, but we'll try to give it a shot here. So in one moment, we're going to share a moment of appreciation. If you have a moment of appreciation that you'd like to share and you're too shy to do it on camera, you can always send us a message or an email, and we'll read it on air for you. So that's always a fun thing to do. Sometimes when people can't make it, they send it to us and we read it on air. So that's a moment of appreciation where you look back in the past 7 days and you pick out something that you appreciated. It could be something good that happened. That's easy to appreciate. We can all do that. Or it could be something that wasn't so great, but that you can see the value in. So if you had a stressful holidays, maybe it's not too soon to talk about how you were able to enjoy that. So 5 seconds.
Barry is not going to be joining us. It says it's taking too long to load, so maybe her connection is slow or something. She said she's just going to watch.
Okay. Well, look, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for everybody who's trying to get online, but watching us is going to be a lot of fun. Look, a moment of appreciation. Who would like to go first?
I nominate Sam.
All right.
Well, look, I'll go just because I mentioned I mentioned it earlier. You know, I got onto CJD there. It was a lot of fun sitting in that studio in that booth and talking about something you love, surrounded by people who were like-minded. So it was really, really fun, really, really cool. Something funny that happened. So I tell my mother that I'm going on the show, and she sent me a message saying, "Hey, can you tell Lori I said hi? I used to listen to her years ago." Well, okay, kind of strange, a little weird. So I wasn't gonna do it. So I'm in the room, and I turn to Ariel Shurker, hypnotist here in Montreal, and I say, my mom wanted me to do this thing, right? And so I'm sort of like indirectly sort of saying it, and then Lori's like, "What? Huh? What?" And I say, "Oh, you know," Ariel's like, "Oh, say hi to your mom on air," and I was like, "No, I'm definitely not going to open that can of worms. You know, every time I'm on air, I'm going to have to say hi." So Lori, she hears me and she says, "Well, tell your mom I said hi." And she was so nice. It was like a wonderful appreciation moment there. I felt really good. So she's really good spirited. Didn't take my mom comment a little too. You know, I felt like, you know, out of place. You know, fish out of water. It was really fun. So that's my moment of appreciation. I had lots this week. This past 7 days, we had Christmas. I spent that with Sam, and we'll hear what she has to say there.
All right. Oh, I hear an echo. So maybe just Dimitri.
Okay, I'm just going to mute you, Dimitri. So when it's time to speak, just unmute yourself. This is just for us to test to see.
Testing. Yeah, that was it. Okay, so my moment of appreciation is Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So, well, Christmas Eve, Peter and I, we made beef stew with Guinness in it and all of that, and well, that'll be my supper thing, I suppose. What's for dinner? But yeah, so we had a really nice evening, Christmas Eve, music and all of that. So I really enjoyed that. And then the next day, oh my goodness, Christmas Eve, I'm forgetting, it was also my appreciation walk. It was 17 degrees outside. It was sunny. It was warm. It was extremely windy, but it was beautiful. So Christmas Eve was wonderful. And then Christmas Day, I got to see my dad, who was in town from Kingston. He drove down. We went to his friend's house, a few friends. You know, we had a nice time. We had wine. We had a wonderful Christmas dinner. And so that was very nice to be able to see him, to be able to spend it with Peter, and then to meet new people. So it was very interesting, different conversation. It was very fun. It was very nice.
Yeah, it definitely was fun. It was a really good experience. Different people. Of the last. Dimitri, how about you? You'll have to unmute yourself, but do you have a moment of appreciation for us?
Yeah. Over the last 3 months, my dad has been sick, and he's been in the hospital. And I have a lot of resentment from my dad, so I was visiting him every day, and I'll just go visit him, and after that I'll be in a bad mood, some resentment that I guess was coming out every time I would see him. But through the 3 months that I was doing that, at the end, I started to really connect with my dad and start to care for him at a deep level. And I like to appreciate my relationship with my dad. Sometimes people need to go through a hard time to be able to connect, and at the end, it's worth it. Thank you.
That's awesome. That's wonderful. That's a great moment of appreciation. Yeah, and you're absolutely right. Dimitri is absolutely on point, right? Those troubling moments, those tough moments, those dark valleys of our lives, they do have the potential of allowing us a deeper connection, a deeper understanding of the people that we are connected to. So really, really good moment of appreciation. Thank you so much for sharing that. That's wonderful. I want to send out positive vibes to Dimitri's father and to everybody out there who's watching who either wants a little pick-me-up or wants to feel a little bit more connected. Really cool. I love this holiday season. It's been a blast. I sort of opted out of holidays for the longest while, but now being far more social, I have to tap back into it. And honestly, I don't really mind it. It's pretty cool. I'm still wondering what I'm doing for New Year's Eve. I sort of just go where I'm told, so we'll see how that goes. I know some people are looking to step out of their house and go party, so maybe we'll have to talk about that. So our friend here, I just got a message saying that that she's in, but she's not here with us.
Did you put the wrong link on Meetup, Peter?
No, I don't think so.
No, I clicked on the meetup and I was able to come in. Sorry, on the Appreciationist.com. I was able to come in.
Okay, so it wasn't the link from Meetup comment. Okay, so Peter, you may have put the wrong link.
You mean sent it to? I sent the wrong link to Mary. Is that what you're saying?
Maybe it's the wrong link that you put in Meetup.
I'll check.
Oh no, because that's the one I clicked. It's the one you sent me as well. Oh, the one you sent me does not look like the one you put on Meetup.
The one I sent you. Okay, let me check that again. Just a little technical issue here. I have to reopen Hangouts here, so that's what I'm doing.
Oh, it is the same one.
It is the same one. I'm sure it's the same one. Okay. Well, look, thank you guys so much for your patience. We're going to have to go. Yeah, I think there might be some issue. I know I sent the right link, so that's all we can really do right now. I'm trying my best to end the show on time. I'm sure people have things to do. So let me close that out. Okay, look, you guys. It'll have to be us, okay? Can we tolerate each other? I think we'll be fine.
Well, we'll go through a hard time and then we'll start to care for each other.
Excellent, wonderful, indeed. Look, so that's a moment of appreciation. It's a really cool exercise. That even if you don't do it on the show, it's really cool to sit down at the end of the day and ask yourself what you appreciated for that day. It trains your mind, it trains your appreciation muscles, and it makes you that much more able to find things to value. Look, you guys, the second segment is called What a Great Idea, and that's where I point you to an idea, a product, a service, a person that is worth your attention, because whatever we give our attention to becomes a greater part of our experience. So why not give our attention to great ideas? This week's What a Great Idea is treehugger.com. Treehugger.com. It's this really cool site if you're interested in sustainable living, but done in like a cool way, not in a depressing way. Treehugger.com is the site for you. Finding a greener future, right? What they want to do, their mission statement is to make sustainability sexy, okay? And that caught my eye right away. Treehugger is the leading media outlet dedicated to driving sustainability mainstream. Partial to a modern aesthetic, we strive to be a one-stop shop for green news, solutions, and product information. So they publish up-to-the-minute blog, weekly, daily newsletters, and they regularly update Twitter and Facebook. So this is a really cool site for you to connect to, find out about sustainable living, the technologies that's out there, the ways to message the idea. I'm getting more and more into it, so I definitely encourage you guys to check out treehugger.com. Have you checked out the site, Samantha? Did you see it?
No, just quickly.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It has some really cool stuff.
I like the name.
Yeah, Treehugger is pretty cool. They talk about design, technology, transportation, science, business, living, energy, all kinds of cool stuff. So if you're ever looking for some fodder, there you go. So today's topic is New Year's resolution, and it's apropos because the New Year is right around the corner. We talked about New Year's resolutions on Passions, which is Dr. Lori Petito's show that we did on CJD, but we'll talk about it here today. You guys subscribe to the idea of New Year's resolutions? Are you guys on board or not for you?
I like it. Except it has so many, I don't know, when you hear New Year's resolution, you don't think that you're going to keep it going, I think. I think because so many people make New Year's resolutions and they don't keep them, it has like this negative connotation. So when people hear New Year's resolution, it's like, oh yeah, well, you're probably not going to keep it going anyway. And so they give up, you know. But I love the idea. I think it's wonderful. I think starting a new year and deciding, you know, something that you would like to improve about yourself is just wonderful. I mean, I'm a life coach. I'm always into this personal development stuff. And so this is just another excuse for me to encourage people and to encourage myself to make another good choice, you know?
Yeah, I think so too. A part of me believes that it's a wonderful excuse to focus and do something, you know, whether or not it's short-term or long-term. At least it gives people a starting point, maybe a starting point that most people wouldn't even consider throughout the year. What about you, Dimitri? Do you think New Year's resolutions are good, bad? You like them, don't like them?
I agree with them. The thing is that you work hard, and then during Christmas you take a break, and you get time to relax, to talk to people you haven't seen for maybe 2-3 months, and you tell them what you want to do for the new year. And every time you connect with someone and you tell them something, I'm going to do this or that, it just becomes stronger, and you have more motivation to do it. So there's a lot of creativity in creating New Year resolutions during Christmas, because you're meeting new friends, you're creating a lot of love, you're creating a lot of energy, you're becoming very creative, and you're not working during that time. And you're just thinking, you're fantasizing, and then January 3rd rolls around, and you're ready to start working at your goals. So I like it. Most people don't meet their goals, but that doesn't matter. The more you say your goals, eventually it'll happen. So rather than giving up, I'm a firm believer, just keep on doing it, and eventually it's going to happen. And for me, most of the time, I always meet my New Year resolutions.
That's really cool. I like that. Yeah, I think so too, you know. It might be some heavy lifting, but let's say you try a New Year's resolution this year and it doesn't go so well, then you try again next year, and eventually you can get to it. So I agree with you, Dimitri. You know, I like them. I love the feeling of motivation and inspiration that people seem to have at this time of the year. Like almost every single person that I meet, whether they're interested in personal development or not, they are somewhat focused on how they want to improve themselves for that year. And I think that's pretty cool. I think that really helps. The way I sort of see it is like when people are, when Montreal gets into the playoffs, you know, even if you're not interested in hockey, it's kind of cool. It creates this atmosphere that's you know, that's enjoyable. And the atmosphere around January 1st for New Year's resolution, I think people are imagining their best selves. Like Dimitri says, they've been fantasizing about it, they've been thinking about it, and now they're ready to put it into action. And maybe it's only the first hour of January 1st that's wonderful, but I think...
maybe not January 1st, because most people are like over in bed, you know?
That's right. All New Year's resolutions should start on January 2nd. Give yourself at least 24 hours to detox.
Yeah.
Or maybe start your New Year's resolution on December 31st and then not drink so much.
There you go. There you go.
You should juice like Dimitri does. Very, very cool. Look, so what's your advice for New Year's resolutions? What advice would you give to somebody to keep their New Year's resolution?
I would say choose something small. Choose something that you want to improve. So have like a larger thing that you would want to improve. So it could be, yes, I want to lose weight. It could be, yes, I'd like to quit smoking. But then start with something small and do that consistently every day for, well, 3 weeks is a new habit, right? It takes about 3 weeks to create a new habit. So do that small thing for 3 weeks. Do not jump and do everything. Okay, I'm going to go to the gym every day. I'm going to quit smoking cold turkey right now. I'm going to change my whole lifestyle. I'm going to be vegan. Like those extremes, they can work. They can if you're somebody who's extreme, but I would suggest with the small things. You know, so say you want to lose weight, start by cutting out soda, like something very small, and do that for 3 weeks, and then move on to the next thing that will help you lose weight. Then start going to the gym, you know what I mean? Like small is key, for me anyway. That's what I would suggest.
That's right, exactly. Someone in our meetup gave me this wonderful sort of expression. It was really beautiful. You know, how do you eat an elephant, right? You small bites, right? You can't take that in one big gulp. And so small habits over time create change. So I think that's a very some very good advice. Dimitri, how about you? What advice would you give to someone to keep their New Year's resolutions, or any advice relative to New Year's resolutions?
Same thing. I had an experience where 4 years ago I started taking tango lessons, and I really got into it, and I found a dance partner, and then I wasn't happy because she didn't want to practice enough, and then I went to another school trying to find another dance partner, and then at one point I was going to 3 different schools. After 6 months I just got fed up, and then everything starts backfiring. I ended up losing the first partner, which was the best partner, and at the end I had nothing. So start small and appreciate the little gains that you get. Because if you don't appreciate it, you can't go small, you have to go big. And that was my big fault. I wasn't appreciating the small gains, and I was looking at big gains.
That's especially good. I love that you said that, Dimitri. You always bring out these gems. That's right. You want to appreciate what you're doing, right? You do the small changes, like Sam says, and you also want to appreciate those small changes. In that way, you actually gain the reward before you actually accomplish everything. Because what you're really doing, whether it's to learn a skill, whether it's to lose weight, whatever it is, what you're really looking forward to is that feeling of accomplishment, that feeling of satisfaction from getting something done. It's a good feeling that you have in your body, and that's why we aim for those things. We want that ideal self, we want that vision of ourselves, because we believe that in achieving it, we will experience joy, pleasure, satisfaction. But if you can experience joy, pleasure, and satisfaction from the action that you take, not from the end goal, but from the action that you take, then you create a habit that is reinforced by positive emotion. And that action is likely to stay far more long-term.
Yeah, because if you're starting, that's what you were talking about on the radio as well, right? You were talking about that. And the thing with starting with something small is that usually you're more likely to achieve that goal. So if you say cutting out soda, okay, I'm cutting out soda, and you actually achieve that goal, even day to day, when you don't drink that soda, praise yourself. Say, okay, great, now one more day, now one more day, and then you actually do it, then you're like excited. Okay, what else can I do? But when you say, okay, I want to lose 50 pounds, and it takes you a year to lose, then you might lose your motivation along the way. You might not be inspired to continue.
Look, I completely agree. If you guys have any New Year's resolutions, we here at the Appreciationist would love to hear them. Even if they're not New Year's resolutions that you're going to do, if it's something that you'd like to see change or improve in your life, please let us know. You can go to facebook.com/theappreciationist, and you can post a comment there, or you can send us a message and we'll say it live here on air. We've approached the end of our show.
Can I just say one thing, comment on Sam's feedback? I agree with you, Sam, and one thing sorry, I lost my train of thought.
It's okay. I was talking about little steps, achieving the small goals one at a time.
Yeah, what happens is, thanks, Sam, when you get motivated, you're always motivated, okay? And by you thinking negative thoughts, that's how eventually you lose your motivation. Now, you may be aware of this or not. So this is the interesting part. If you're not aware of this, if one day you wake up and you're not motivated, go back to the day before. What thoughts were you thinking that made you lose your motivation? And you may realize that you were watching TV and something came up and you said, I could never do it. And then all of a sudden, you lose your motivation. But once you become aware of this, then you're able to reprogram your mind a lot easier.
Definitely.
Another remarkable insight there. That's right. Awareness, mindfulness, being present, understanding what's going on within your mind so that you know why your mood, why your state of being has changed. So that's excellent. Yeah, if you find yourself losing motivation, go back to that moment where you felt motivation and try to track down what happened. It could have been a phone call. It could have been something that you read online. It could have been a TV show, a meal that you ate that lost that motivation. And so being aware of what you're doing throughout the day, being present in the moment will give you that insight to know what you could change. Excellent. Oh, we're at the end of the show, but we have our friend here, Mary, who was able to join us. Are you going to be on, or are you hiding from us? What's the deal? Can you hear us?
We see you. Hi. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
We hear you and we see you.
Wow, thank you.
I think the camera is off of you for just a bit.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's by design. Well, Mary, we're just ending the show, but I wanted to say hi and thank you for being so persistent. My goodness, you must have been trying the whole show to get on here.
I just want to take 5 seconds and say what I'm really appreciative of this year is both of you guys.
Oh.
You've added a lot to my life, really. Keep up the good work.
Thank you so much, Mary.
That feels so good. Thank you so much for that. So warm kindness. And look, taking Mary's lead, we should all compliment people. You know, everybody that I've met in our group, including Mary, wonderfully dedicated people interested in improving their lives and helping the people around them. And you give us the motivation to do this.
Right.
You guys give us the motivation to do this. So you guys and gals, I gotta remember, it's just not just guys, it's guys and gals. You guys are really wonderful. Thank you for that so much. It was really good to see you guys again. We have to end the show now, but I want to let you guys know quickly what's...
No. What's for dinner? We still have one more segment.
Yeah, we have one more segment, so I didn't know if I should do the calendar thing first. Okay, for what's for dinner, that's where we look back at the past 7 days, including today, something that you ate or going to eat today that you enjoyed. Okay, something that you ate in the last 7 days that you enjoyed, and it can include the meal that you're about to eat tonight if you haven't eaten yet. So, you guys eat anything good?
Yes, beef stew. Peter and I, that's what I said at the beginning of the show, was we made yummy beef stew on Christmas Eve, Guinness in there, all sorts of yummy spices, all sorts of veggies too, and so it was just delish. And we still have some in the freezer. Yum, yum, yum.
Mary, you ate anything good this past week?
Stuffing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my sister makes a mean stuffing. So.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, tasty. How about you, Dimitri? Anything good?
Yeah, Christmas Eve, I went to my cousin's house, and she made an amazing roast beef. I had so many pieces. I think I had 3 plates of two plates of just roast beef, and then another plate of everything else. The next day when I got up, I had no energy. I felt so bad. When I was eating it, I was on cloud 9.
Yeah, it's sort of funny, huh? We do that, but sometimes it's worth it.
Yeah, look, sometimes once in a while it's definitely worth it, especially for the holidays. What a wonderful excuse. So the stew that we made was delicious, but man, did I have the best turkey I've ever eaten on Christmas Day. A family friend, David, he made it for us. He had us in his home. He made it in his wonderful, amazing, modern oven. That was awesome. And the turkey was succulent and delicious, and the gravy was excellent.
It was a kosher turkey. I think that's why. I don't know. But it was all wonderful food, huh?
Very, very cool. Look, you guys are really awesome. I just want to let you guys know quickly before I let you guys go what we have coming up on our calendar for the next couple of weeks. Some really cool stuff coming up. Sam, do you want to go first?
I will go first just because today our topic was New Year's resolution, and I actually have a group life coaching happening on Monday, January 4th, so it's very soon. That's the next thing on on the calendar. This one is Self-Discovery Montreal. So it's choose and keep your New Year's resolution. So we're going to be talking about all of this in detail. You get to even figure out what you want to choose, how to keep it. There's 3 spots left, so just go to Self-Discovery Montreal or SamanthaBarley.com and click on events.
That's really, really cool. And coming up for me, so we're giving you guys just a tiny little break for the first week or so of January, but our calendar is going to be full. I'm just waiting for the confirmation for our location. We have lots of stuff coming up. So the things that you're seeing on our calendar right now, if you go to theLawAttraction.ca and click on calendar, that's not what's going to, there's going to be more added to that. But what's coming up on January 8th, we have a newcomers meetup, Understanding the Law of Attraction. So we're going to dive in there, answer all your LOA questions. And then on January 9th, we have a session, Infinity. It's filling up quick, so you definitely want to check that out. Infinity, ask questions, get answers. So for those of you who came to the event, the last event, we did a little mini Infinity. It was only 30 minutes. The one coming up in January is going to be an hour and a half, 2 hours. But we did only 30 minutes, and man, were people responsive. They just didn't want... I think we could have done the whole event and just scrapped the whole event and just did Infinity, and people would have loved it. So many questions, so much energy. So if you want to come out, you have all the time in the world. It's January 9th, and you'll be able to ask any question you have related to the law of attraction or personal empowerment or development. So free-for-all, boundless experience. So much fun. You should definitely come and check that out. We've also added some videos on our a media library for our digital and premium subscribers. So if you haven't checked out the videos that are there, please check it out, and we're going to be adding more soon. That's it.
That's it.
That's 2015. It's over.
Woohoo!
Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Dimitri. Thank you to producer and co-host Samantha. Thank you to Valerie, Soule, and Beidi Wang, who were amazing hosts during the year. It was really wonderful to have you guys. Looking forward to a whole new year of The Appreciationist. Tune in next Wednesday for another exciting show, The Appreciationist. Take care, guys.
Bye. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
We need some music or something. I'm trying to. I don't have any music.
Take care, guys.
Sing us a song, Peter. Sing us a song.
Oh, there's all copyright issues.
Sing.
I just want to party. Party in the new year.
Bye, Mary. Thank you so much for joining us.
Bye.
Happy New Year.
Bye.
Sorry, guys.